Aston Villa, they took the scalp of Manchester City. Can they do the same to Arsenal tomorrow night? Martin played for both, and of course, Arsenal fans know and love the fella. What do you think? As opposed to Arsenal, first off, I want to talk about Villa. Where are they going, Martin? I saw them the other day when they played Tottenham at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I spoke to John McGinn at the end of the game, and they feel, yeah, we're in a good place, we're in a good spot, and it's going well. I wonder if it's really going to go well. And I mean really well.
Well, it is going well, full stop. I mean, you have to look at Emery. There's a bit of an edge to this one, actually, isn't there? When you look about, he finished fifth, Emery, in his first season at Arsenal, then took them to the Europa Cup final, probably the only one he's never won. He's very definitely a very good coach. They play an interesting system, Jim. So out of possession, it's quite straightforward. Any coach could really copy it. It's a 4-4-2 situation. But when they receive the ball, it's very clever how they go to like a 3-5-2. So they like the two front players up top. Bailey was excellent the other day. Goes and joins Watkins. McGinn, very clever in his movement, kind of moves in to sit in front of there too. So they end up with sort of two midfield players sort of in 10, in a 10 position. Tillemans is one of them with McGinn together.
Yeah.
And then Kamara, I was really impressed with him the other day, how clever he is, because he'll drop back into the back line to receive it.
Douglas Luiz is clever as well.
Yeah. So they've got good footballers. Ollie Watkins is full of confidence right now. Tillemans is now demonstrating the footballer that we knew he was. He had a season off, didn't he, really, last year? So there's good options, and even the goalkeeper. I mean, everybody, against when you beat City. And City, by the way, what's interesting about City this year, because they've lost that magic, I feel. And I was really shocked to see that they were playing a Kanji in midfield. And they've got, you look at the players they bought, players sitting on the bench for Man City who've been bought to play in that midfield. Akanji needs to be on the back line for any of those counter-attacks. They look and they're vulnerable at the moment, and they're making people feel. The rest of the Premier League is thinking there's a chance,
Well,
they're not quite what they were.
Villa are one of them. If they beat Arsenal tomorrow night, they're 1 point behind Arsenal. And they're going so well that there's nothing for me to doubt that they can't do it. You just look at the last few games. They beat Fulham 3-1. Then it went to Tottenham. I was there. They beat them. Legia Warsaw, they beat them. Bournemouth, they beat them. City, they beat them. Put them in front of them, they'll beat them. Well, they beat Arsenal.
Well, it's the best away team against the best home team, basically. Arsenal are the top of that table and top of the table overall. It would be it's a perfect time for Villa, I would say. Having beaten last year's champions, looking at maybe prospective champions for this season, top of the table Arsenal, it's a thriller at the Villa. That's what we're probably looking for.
Love that.
Because it's like Villa, I can't remember them ever in living memory, them being this good. They won the Champions League or the European Cup back in the day. It's a long time that there's nobody really there that's seen Villa play like this. It must be wonderful for them to turn up. 14 times they've won on the bounce, Jim. It's remarkable. But I think if anyone can do it, I think Arsenal can.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the TalkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. TalkSPORT.